Hey, I'm Scotty, and in this tutorial we're going to be sketching this portrait right here of a girl holding a cat using a really loose ink and watercolor sketching technique. We'll be going through how to start the sketch, how to break down all the simple shapes, the order of the facial features, so how do we order them in the best way, and also how to add a light watercolor wash at the end. So we're going to be doing this portrait straight to ink, which means there's no construction and it's just capturing a loose impression of the person. So we start off at the top here. So we're just drawing the outline of the head here. You can see I put red lines on the reference and come down here like that. Just capture that side and then come down the other side. Get that general shape of the head, just like that. And then we have to draw this face shape, and that'll be really important to reference everything off that point. So come down a bit for the hairline here, and then we're coming down this side, the face like that. And this is where we're comparing. We're trying to make that shape the same, the face shape. This, so maybe her chin would be about there. So let's draw a line there. And then we want this nice V shape. So coming down to that chin, has a nice curve, and then V shaping up, right up there. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is the hand. So the width of the hand is about a third of the face. So let's put a little dot here for the top corner of the hand, and I'm just estimating about that wide, that angle, and that's the width of the fingers there, and it would come down almost like a square. So you can put a little square like that. And now let's just outline that shape of the fingers. Some wobbly lines if you're not sure there where the fingers are, because once again we're just being very loose. You can draw the knuckles like this if you want, like this. Now let's do that collar. Collar will come down like this, and the hair keeps coming down this way like this. We can outline the hair. There's a nice bit of hair that comes out there. I like to do the ends of the hair so it'll go back on the line like that. Now how long is this arm? And from the wrist to the elbow is 1.5 heads, so about there, and it comes down a little bit lower, about there. Now let's just outline that. The clothing comes out a little bit and then back in. And then we're coming back up to about this point. That's where the shoulder is. Just go right through the lines. It's okay if it overlaps. And then the wrinkles. As you go, you can add wrinkles. Going up here, nice big wrinkle there. This is where the line work really looks loose in the end, if you've got this one line approach. Now we have the collar. Just making that up. It's a little bit different. Okay, so you can see it's starting to build down quite nicely. Now we can do the cat. So a little bit narrower than the face width. We come across to where the side of the cat head is, and then that width across again is how wide the cat head is. So put 2 dots like that, and now let's just have a go at outlining that head. So following those ears, like this, the other ear. Now it comes out, comes a lot closer to the lady's jaw there, and then comes down like that. Let's follow the rest of this face, the cat. That's the neck. So we have that general shape there, and we come down now at this angle. Okay, now we've got the cat. We can draw this leg. She's holding the leg in her hand. So let's draw this like this up there, and then halfway between the neck and the fingers, come down here and draw the other leg. Hands, we just draw the outlines and simplify it a little bit. Okay, and then come in this way, like that. Okay, now where's the elbow? So imagining that the shoulders are about here, and the elbows are about the same. So looking at that shape again. And then you can see it comes up this way, from about the neck to here. Get some of those beautiful wrinkles again of this nice clothing. Now the rest of the cat. Bottom half comes down to here, and then there's a tail. Foot comes like that. And then let's draw this shape here, comes a little bit more to the right between the two, and then comes down. The paw is here on the arm. And now the sweater coming down here. So now we've got that space here to draw the face, and to get it looking exactly like the reference is quite a challenge. So we're going to do our best with ink. So between the hairline and the chin, we go down about a third. These 2 dots here, down a third, is that distance between the eyebrows. And then we go down again, another third, and that is where the nose is. between those two dots. Now let's add the eyebrows, okay? So we start from this dot here, and we just draw a simple line up like that, and another line like this. And then on the other side, start with the bottom line, sort of angles down towards that dot, and have a line like that, okay? And we can fix up this line here is not quite right, it should come in at the eye. Now with the nose, we're going to do a line on this side, and a line on this side. So we've got the sides of the nose, and then we have to do the nostrils. So the nostrils aren't just little black circles, we're drawing lines. So they're usually consisted of two lines, from the nostril and then down around the end cartilage. So we go across a little bit and down. And the same with the other side, we go across and down. And I can see two lines here, 1, 2. The next step is to draw the eyes and the lips. So we've got 2/3 up from the bottom of the nose towards the brow, about there, and we put a dot. And then we go another 2/3 and we put a dot. So the distance between the eyes is about the same as the nose. And the width of an eye is that same distance, so we go across again. It's much easier in front view because we don't have to make things foreshortened. And what we can do is do 2 lines for the top eyelid. We go up and then we go down to that point. And then the same over here, so let's draw that line there, and then down to the other one. Now the iris, one like that, and then one like that. And on this side, I'm just looking at that white gap there, and then trying to make it the same size as the other one, and then do the other side too. Okay, we have 2 eyes, 2 irises. Top eyelid there for the nice eyelashes. Okay, let's move on to the mouth now. So we go between the bottom of the nose and the chin, we go up 2/3. So 1, 2. And we put a dot there and a dot here. And that's just wider than the nose, but just inside where the middle of the eye is, just about there. Let's draw the split between the lips. So if you want to, you can start in the middle, and there's a nice curve down like that. And then you can link that to either side, so it goes like this. There we go, a nice split between the lips. And then the bottom, just drawing a bottom line, doesn't have to connect. She's got really nice full lips, so let's draw a line on the top. Sometimes with males I don't do this. And there we go, just very simple lines there. So we can see here that in the reference it comes in towards the eye here. So in there, and then it comes out again. There's a very smooth face there. Now the face of the cat. So we can actually start with drawing the nose here, and sometimes that makes it easier to place the eyes. So there we go, that's the nose of the cat. And it can come down like this and have a little mouth there. Okay, now we've got the nose, we can easily place the eyes between the top of the head and the nose. Let's just go up about 1/3 and put 2 dots here and here. Okay, and that's about the same width as an eye. Goes there. And then we go up from the nose like this, and then down. And the same thing here, we're going up and then across. And the bottom of the eye, like that. And the eyes are usually aiming towards the nose, the corners of the eyes like this. A little line here in the middle for the pupil of the cat. For the whiskers in, and then a little bit of hair where you see some dark hair there. Just a little bit to show what the material is here. Fur. With the fingers here, there are 3 splits, so we can actually add a dot in the middle, like this, and a dot here, either side. Okay, and that's where the 3 splits are in those fingers. And now just very light lines, just to show lightly where the fingers go. A little bit of a mistake there because of the thumb there that threw me off the outline. Okay, I'm happy with the outlines. Now let's get on to some really nice light watercolor. Skin tone that we're going to use is burnt umber. Let's add permanent rose. And now we'll do the hand. We'll make sure that we have just the right amount. So we want it to be very light at the top. So I'll take out some of the paint. Try to avoid the eyes. Come down. And then we can add as we go down a little bit more. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is the cat. So Payne's Grey, Ultramarine, and once again we start light at the top, and then as we go down we can add some more, pull that down there. Now with the hair we're going to use Burnt Umber again, but mix it with Payne's Grey, and we can add a little bit of white highlights, just leaving that. Now I'm adding more Payne's Grey. This gets a lot darker here. Same on this side. Go down here, come in close. Now her eyebrows, just taking a bit of that paint off so it's not too strong, and I've let the paint dry for her face so this shouldn't bleed, and also her eyes. So we're doing her irises. Okay, now we'll move on to the clothing. So you can see it's a very pale pinky colour under there, almost with a bit of purple. I've got purple like here, and so doing this is the sweater underneath here. It can be quite loose with this. Clothing on the shirt, cerulean blue, impressionistic here. Just okay. Now I've got my size 10 brush, so slightly smaller. These eyes for the cat, and then just add some splatters here to show that random pattern on the shirt. Hopefully that looks like random little flowers on the shirt. Adding them wherever I feel needs it. And I've got alizarin crimson, which is, I think that could work well for her lips. Now for shadows, we have the skin tone already, so let's just add a tiny bit of Purple Lake. Shadow is there, just on this side too, in there. Little line there and little line there. See, there's a nice shadow behind the hand here. Okay, so the rest of the shadows, I really like to use ultramarine with a tiny bit of rose. So there's already rose, just adding little bits here and there. Thin layer, even though it's shadows. Okay, and then I might do some here. Some darker contrasting points, because everything's so light. So I'm going to do some highlights now, and I'm using a Uniball Signo pen here, just because I have a little bit more control for the face. Just on the end of the nose. In the eyes, this is especially where this pen's good because it doesn't let out so much ink. You can just put little dots, little glint there, little glint there. Also on the lips, I'll put in the whisker here. So that's the final sketch of this portrait. Let me know what you think in the comments and if this has been helpful for you. If you want the full version of this tutorial, I'm putting that on Patreon, where I've got the reference you can download and also a template which you can follow the main shapes with. And I've got a whole lot more in-depth tutorials there for people sketching and portraits. So consider joining that if you want to learn more and improve your sketching. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.